Hi everybody, my name is Szymon Ślewicz and it's my pleasure to present you today the NovaView Universal Data Connector, or shortly the UDC. UDC extends NovaView in terms of ability to connect to more types of data sources. In fact, we want to be able to connect to almost any data storage, and in this first release we already support relational databases, flat data files such as Excel and CSV, and of course the Microsoft Analysis Services. In future versions we'll extend this ability to connect to business reporting applications such as Business Objects, Crystal Reports and Microsoft Reporting Services, and also to different web services, which itself opens unlimited options of data connectivity. As you can see from the following architecture diagram, UDC is located between the data sources and the NovaView server. UDC can read data from all these systems and prepare or model it for NovaView server, which makes it available for all the old and new NovaView clients and dashboards. The classic web client, the Flash Analytics, the NovaView dashboard, Spotlight, Office clients, all these can now connect to multiple data sources, show data and allow reporting or analysis on top of it. UDC has three layers. The first one is the data source, the actual connection to the data storage and the query if needed. The second one is smart layer called modeling. Here users can add semantics to the data and prepare it for better analysis. Finally, we have the views, which are grids, charts, KPIs, served and delivered to the end user for reporting and analysis. So let's see it in action. As I'm doing my analysis in the Flash Analytics, I decide to connect to new data source, and here in Flash Analytics we have a new feature called the Data Manager. Data Manager is utility which allows me to manage my data sources and my data models. I start with a connection to relational database. I'll call it demo7 and save it. After saving, I'm configuring my data connection. In my case, it's Microsoft SQL Server, for which I supply the connection details. Connect and choose a database. Next thing I need to do is to specify an SQL query. Now I can copy it from different application, predefined query, or I can just type it in myself using this nice query builder. Test my query with the test tool. I get the captions, the columns and the number of rows I'm about to analyze, and basically that's it. I save my data source called demo7, and the next step would be to create a model on top of the data source. Both data sources and models are managed and arranged in either public or private area, just as a panorama views are arranged in public or private briefing books. So there is a whole layer of management and security. And now I'm about to create a new model on top of just defined demo7 data source. I give it a name. It would be demo7 model, and as I save it, I'm about to define the model itself. Modeling stage has several features, several components inside. The first step is to select the fields I want my model to include. So from the relational data source I have a whole bunch of fields available here, and I don't really need all of them, so I remove some of the very technical fields. Another thing I can do in this step is give my fields more reasonable, user-friendly names instead of very technical sometimes database names. So here this field, for example, would be month of the year, and I can proceed to the next step, in which I define the numeric values from all the fields I have in my database. It's again much easier for me to select all of them in the beginning and then remove the ones that are not really fields, such as this day or month of year, which are numeric but not numeric for analysis. For some of these, I would like to change the formatting or the aggregation type, such as, let's see, for price, I'd like it to be in dollars, also some other currency field, and that's enough. In the next step, and actually two steps, I can define hierarchies. Hierarchies are about taking two or more fields from the database and grouping them together in a structure which is great for advanced analysis. So in my case, I'll create a product hierarchy from 3 fields right here. All I need to do is to drag them in the right order. So my hierarchy would be from 3 fields: product category, product subcategory, and product description. And I can create date-time hierarchies in a similar manner. Date-time hierarchies are hierarchies which are created from a single database field, which includes usually the date and the time. And for analysis, I prefer in most cases to have date-time arranged as year, quarter, month, or any other structure which is good for my business. In the next step, I can specify attributes. Attributes are just properties of fields, such as in my case would be product code for the product description, and it could be also product color or product size or any other flat attribute which can contribute for my product description. Finally, I can review my model in this summary screen, make sure I defined everything in the right way, and save the model. Done. Close the data manager, and I'm back to analysis. What I can do now is define the final entity, the new view on top of new model. Now, when defining the new view, I have this menu of basing my view on either model, which is what I'm about to do, or Excel file, or analysis services, the classic usage of Panorama. In our case, we'll go to model demo 7, which we just defined, and we'll give this view a name, demo 7 view, and save it. In this case, I save it in public briefing book, and as I save the view, the engine starts to work processing the data and preparing it for analysis. Now, I would like you to notice how fast I went from a SQL query, from creating the initial connection, and to the stage right now where I can play with my data, analyze it, and deliver it to other users or whatever. The default view opens with some default layout, which I can change, of course. You can see the values, all the quantity, price, extended amount, sales figures, etc. on my columns, and my product hierarchy here on rows. And I can do anything that NovaView allows in terms of analytical features. Thank you.